What is going on, Headliner Nation? Hey, we got some breaking news. I was actually sitting down here with Miguel to record some shows for the week, and the news has just broken that Kareem Hunt has received an 8-game suspension. So we wanted to hop on here real quick, give you our outlook on it, because how does this really affect the season now? I mean, we know he's a member of the Cleveland Browns. We know he's got Nick Chubb there in the backfield, but now missing the first 8 games of the season, how do you view Kareem Hunt's, fantasy outlook and dynasty and redraft both this year now, Miguel?
We'll start with redraft. I mean, we were first for Kareem Hunt, we were expecting about 10 games. So honestly, it's probably right in line with what we're kind of at, that he missed most of the season. And obviously he's stuck behind Chubb, or at least with Chubb. So from a redraft perspective, he's not that he's not worth drafting, but he's definitely not worth drafting until you get into the way later rounds, and just hoping that maybe his suspension gets reduced if he appeals. And then even if he does, that he gets some run, and that Chubb by then hasn't become the RB1 that we all think he's going to be. So very, very high upside, but you've got to take it with, a very late pick to make that really pay off. So that's where he's at from a redraft perspective. But from Dynasty, this is a great buy window. To start to pull up, feelers out there in your leagues to see who's willing to trade him, especially right now while he's still at 8 games. There's the chance it could go down. There's a chance it still stays at 8. But you're really buying him for what essentially will amount to the following year, if not maybe potentially like if you make it to the playoffs and he's back and he's actually getting a good amount of 10 to 15 touches a game or something like that, that you can flex him or use him as an RB2. But other than that, you're really looking at 2020 now for his value to pop back up.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of hit it on the head right there. We're all expecting big things from Nick Chubb this year. I mean, a lot of us were excited to see what he would be able to do, being the number 1 there with that offense all season long. We all kind of scratched our heads a little bit when Kareem Hunt got signed there, but I think more than anything, it opens the window to say that Kareem Hunt's going to play football again. And with that buy window being right now for Dynasty Leagues, absolutely somebody you need to go out there and target and not give up. I'm not going to say give up too much for him either. I know he's a special talent. I mean, the kid absolutely killed it his first season and 3 quarters of his career. He's definitely an electric talent. He's going to end up somewhere. I just don't know if it's anything for these redraft guys. And like you said, don't spend an early round pick on him. Don't go out there and say, oh, he's going to come back week 9 and be an RB1, because that's not going to be the case. Even if he does come back and get some run with the Browns. I mean, you think about it, look at like Mark Ingram from last year. He only had 4 games, and it takes him a week or 2 to get into it. So now all of a sudden you're talking week 10, week 11. That's right. You don't want to pay too much for that. By that time, your fantasy season is almost decided, and you already know if you're going to be making the playoffs or not. So it's definitely not something to overspend on too early, especially in redraft leagues.
No, yeah. If you're in Dynasty, throw out, see if someone will take a first-round pick. Right now is a great time to trade those picks. If someone's excited about, Miles Sanders or Darrell Henderson or whoever it is, the running back people are excited about. But don't spend too much. And then from a redraft perspective, maybe picks 12 through 15. I mean, I haven't seen the ADP, but I'm guessing that's probably where the earliest I'd probably start drafting him.
Yeah, exactly. You want him to be your last option on your bench, somebody who just sit there. And even then, I almost don't know if I like to have a bench spot tied up in a redraft league for 10 weeks, 9 weeks, whatever it ends up being by the time he actually gets some playing time. But it's definitely something we'll have to follow here in the coming weeks. How does the ADP react? What happens? Does he appeal it? Does it go down? It's all stuff we need to pay attention to here in the next coming weeks. And by all means, we'll keep you updated here. If we hear anything else, we'll make sure we'll throw a video out there. Try to update this fantasy outlook if anything changes as of right now. But wanted to make sure we hopped on here real quick. Got you guys the news. Kareem Hunt suspended 8 games. And whether that gets appealed and reduced is something we need to stay here and find out. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. We're going to go record some more videos for you since the breaking news had to interrupt us. But you guys have a good rest of your week. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.